Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, April 18th.
If it wasn't for the team effort of the first responders and the citizens, he likely would have died.
And while the man's condition isn't known, Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says he wouldn't have stood a chance if it wasn't for some courageous teamwork.
The Sheriff's Office, along with the fire departments of Palm Coast and Flagler County and citizens, worked hard and as a team to rescue an individual from an upside-down vehicle from a single-car crash that went into a pond, and the individual was trapped inside.
It all happened Sunday after the man careened into a retention pond at the exit ramp for I-95 in Palm Coast Parkway. Rescuers also found a child's car seat in the back seat of their vehicle, which gave them a scare, but they worked quickly to determine that the driver was the sole occupant of the vehicle. The crash remains under investigation by the Florida Highway Patrol. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Flagler Beach is swiping left on its plans to develop an app. The City Commission unanimously voted Thursday to end development of the app and instead spend that money elsewhere at the recommendation of Katie Dockhorn, assistant to the city manager.
A couple of the beta testers suggested to actually use the funding that we had allocated for the app this year and reallocate it for some improvements to the city website.
Commissioner Scott Spradley agrees with the recommendation.
In its current configuration, I would give, on a scale of 1 to 10, the city website about a 2. So I agree with what you're suggesting, which is use the budgeted money to improve the city website.
Commissioner James Sherman specifically wants to see the website be more mobile friendly.
When we reinvest this money in the website, can we work with the developer to ensure that if someone does have a mobile device, that it's mobile device kind of friendly? So a lot of people are on their cell phones, and that's when they want to report a concern or something. So configured to make it easier on a cell phone, I think that would be a simple win for now.
The city now has $3,600 to spend on improving its website. It's the end of an era for the bait shop at the Flagler Beach Pier. Effective June 1st, the Flagler Beach Bait Shop will be history. Having suffered through several years of massive business loss amounting to over $400,000, the fixture on the pier is closing down. According to reports, the city may consider leasing the small space to a private company, possibly as a shop or as a different kind of business, but it won't decide that until May, and then that possibility is slim with the upcoming demolition of the pier. A free program coming up aims to teach basic emergency and disaster skills.
You can learn basic disaster and emergency response skills such as disaster preparedness, fire safety, light search and rescue, and team organization through the Community Emergency Response Team, CERT. It's a nationally certified training program that begins on April 24th. Flagler County Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord.
And we include training such as basic fire safety, basic first aid, how to utilize and turn off their utilities. We teach them light search and rescue. We even talk about the unfortunate topic of terrorism.
Registration is required for this 30-hour free course that meets from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays at the Emergency Operations Center through May 24th. You can register by going to flaglercounty.gov/emergency. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Commercial real estate made for living.
If a person wants to buy a piece of property in Palm Coast for multifamily housing and it's zoned commercial, Hal Dodd of Renaissance Partners said it would not take much to change that zoning.
At the administrative level, yes. And you would not have to do public hearings. You're still going to have to go through the city approval process. You're still going to be subject to impact fees. You might get higher density, but you're still going to have your impact.
Dodd said that it would take less time to get the paperwork together for a builder who wants to build the housing units and the people to move in sooner. Real Estate Matters is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 11, and it's on the Flagler radio app anytime you want to listen. Tomorrow, the affordable housing bill that the governor signed, good or bad? From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.